All right, good evening, everybody. If you can hear me there, please just give me smiley. The smiley there. You can hear me. I can see some people already joining. All right. So let me have a smiley. That okay. You can hear me. So also send something on the chat box. Say good evening. You can say okay. The video is going on off and on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can somebody hear me now? Can someone hear me now? Right, can somebody hear me now? You can hear me now? Let me see you. Okay, you can hear me now. Abuchi. Okay, Abuchi, please can you reconfirm that you can hear me as I'm talking now right away? Okay, thank God for that. Thank God for that. So let's just wait a little bit for us to start it up. We'll start in a moment. Mm. Right, if there's anyone that needs to join, there's anyone that needs to join, please hold them now so that yeah, so that the person can join us right away. There's anyone that has to join, let them join now. Can they allow them to join us right away? We're going to start by 2:10. This tool set. We'll start by 2:10. at any point in time you can't hear my voice for up to 10 seconds. Immediately drop a chat there. If you're just coming to our channel for the first time, kindly click subscribe button. Yeah, so that each time we drop, and also after this time, remember to still browse through some of the videos of free trainings we have before now. Okay, they're going to increase you. Yeah, they're going to increase you. I promise you that they're going to increase you. Okay, so increase you. 2 minutes to start now. And also, just some important information. I will drop the training training manual for us after the session. Okay. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep that one to those people that are going to apply. Okay. Let me do it this way. I'm not going to drop it. If you want is you need to apply for it with a very token, a little token. Okay. So that I'll give you the training manual, also the certificate for it. Even if you don't want certificate, training manual. So it's not going to go for free this time around. It can go for free. It's a 14 page. Very rich, very awesome. Yes, so that's what we that's what minutes to start. Minutes to start. Let's see. 40 minutes. Okay. It is time to start. Good evening, everybody, to another free session uh, from the stable of Economics Consulting and Education Business School. Um, our training topic for tonight is not for everybody. Let me put it that way. It's also for everybody. My name is Dr. Adedamola Israel Olofa, the lead coach for Education Business School, and I'm your host again tonight. We did a free training on British curriculum. That was 2 days ago. The recording is on this very channel where you are. Okay. So, Israel Olofa, the lead coach for Education Business School, and I'm your host again tonight. Sorry for that. Training on British curriculum. That was 2 days ago. Okay. Sorry for that. Now, tonight, what we'll be learning is leadership. Say it's not for everybody, it's also for everybody. Depends on you, or it depends on what you're thinking. For if you're a servant leader, it's for you. Servant leader maybe, it's being, and this is just educational anyway. It's not for general idea, but you can also use it for general idea anyways. You can use it for general ideas. This is tailored towards. There are many. Was this year that I was working in a school, Charles Dillon Memorial International School, Port Harcourt, and someone was being brought to come and give us a training. That that person was an expert in management training. But when he came, he gave us generic trainings. Give us generic trainings. It was the training that is specifically for So you're not able to actually place that thing where you can apply it in our profession as an educator. But this one is basically for us. Yeah. Sorry that I'm not having a very good role. It's because I'm still trying to arrange some things here. Yes. Good. Uh-huh. What's my also? So our topic is what was that? Appearing and disappearing. Okay, I've seen it. Okay. Our topic is leading a workforce or a team. Leading a workforce or a team. Are you leading a workforce or you're leading a team? That's the question. Are you leading a workforce or you are leading a team? And from what we are learning tonight, the topic itself is already telling you that the work, you can either be leading a workforce or you're leading a team. It's also telling you that your staff may be a workforce or may be a team. It's also telling you that a workforce is not automatically a team. It's not. So what we want to discuss tonight is how do you so let me go back to what I was saying before. I was saying that it's not for everybody, it's not for everybody. In that if you're a servant leader, it's for you. If you're if you're also an aspiring leader, it's also for you. Okay, I wish to be a leader one day. And when we talk about leaders in this context, there are very different levels of leadership that we are referring to here. The first level of leadership is the school owner. The school owner is a leader. Okay, can be CEO, CEO, executive director, administrator. There's also school owner who calls ourselves a teacher. Doesn't matter at all. So far, you're the school. They will have head teachers and principals appointed, administrators appointed, school managers. School leaders also consist heads of departments, academic, VP academic, admin, heads of department, head of minders, head of cleaners, head of this departmental heads like English language, mathematics, science, whatever, but anyone at all. Some schools they call them professors. Some schools they call them team lead. It doesn't matter. It's not about the nomenclature. It's about that. Once, as I always say, once you are leading at least one person is being put in your care, tell you that you are a leader. A leader. Now, um, the aim of this session, is how you can transform your workforce, your teachers, or your non-teaching staff. Because this is not about teachers only, because a school leader covers or caters for both teachers and non-teaching staff as well. So let's go. Now, the challenge that we wish to solve regarding this training tonight is every school has a workforce. You can call it a workforce, you can call it staff. Okay, doesn't matter what you call it for staff. Now, but not every staff is a team. There's a process to follow to transit your workforce or your staff to become a team. And uh, a school may employ highly qualified teachers, or highly qualified staff, experienced administrators, and competent support staff. And our school is still struggling with low morale. There's poor collaboration. There is high staff turnover or high staff mobility and declining academic outcomes. Now, watch what I will say now. If your school has the problem of the problem of changing staff, changing staff or recruiting staff in a minimum of 2 terms, you, the management team, or the leader, you are the problem. You are the problem. Because everybody that is coming in, spending 1 term and going, or spending 2 terms and going, all of them can't be wrong. So something is wrong. Let me give us a case scenario. There is this school, a real school around Magodo, Lagos. The owner of the school is a trained, experienced, retired HR person, but they have a very high staff turnover. Every now and then, they have to recruit people. Until one day, somebody that worked there, that I asked, how come that these people always put up advertorials for new teachers? She said, the owner of the school is very wonderful, highly accommodating, warm, empathetic, has good social skills, but the administrator that the owner of the school employed then was the problem. She told me how that was the problem, and that is why people usually spend 3 weeks, they run away. Have a term, they are gone. Manage 1 term. This person that I was talking to, when she was there, she looked well fed. When I was seeing her, you can see her collar bones already out. I then asked her, why didn't you resign? Say no, me, I'm different. I can work with a mad person. And besides, I have nowhere else to go now. So that was what she told me. Now, this and you know that I'm talking about head of school, are they wicked? Could it be that they are mean or wicked or less or inhumane? The answer is not necessarily. Sometimes we do things and we don't know that what we are doing is not the right thing. Because some good things we do may not be the right thing to do. I'll say it one more time. Some good things, a school leader would think, something like a leader would think this is the good thing to do, may not be the right thing to do. For instance, a school leader may think or may conclude that anyone who works well, I will like the person seriously. Anyone who doesn't work well, I will deal with the person seriously. Well, that's a good thing, but that's not the right thing. If you are a trained management personnel. Number two, there's people that we call the slow and the saucy. The slow and the saucy. The slow ones they are the ones that they don't always meet up with deadlines, and they have drawing back the work of the school leader. Okay, school leaders typically will not like them and may end up denying them some of their rights. Rights like annual leave, maternity leave, salary, and so on and so forth. Then the saucy are the ones that if you say one thing, they will tell you, they'll give you 10 things. In a very short time, and they're giving it to you. They are getting very angry with you. They get angry easily and they are very insulting. And one time or the other, they have insulted a leader, a school leader. the school owner or the head teacher or inspector or the head teacher or the principal or even an HOD insulted the person, or did the reply responded to you rudely as a leader? Say, hi, that lady or that man insulted me. I will deal with him. That statement, deal with him, is a good thing to say, it's a good thought to have, but it's not the right thing to do. Because as a leader, you don't deal with anybody personally, you deal with them officially. That's why every official, every organization, every have what is called staff manner. You don't have the staff manner yourself. Please go and do one. Go and create. If you don't know how to create it, please engage our service. We'll take a little money from you and do it for you. Every leader should deal with a staff from the staff handbook, staff code of conduct, not I'll deal with him personally. No, because the person was rude to you in the course of official duty. You are inside the office, you're inside the official environment, the school environment, and the person just was rude to you. Okay, then you don't deal with the person. To deal with the person personally, to deal, I would deal with people personally. They are good because it's what they should deserve, but it is not what they deserve officially. So the right thing is that you don't deal with them. The good thing is that you deal with them personally or ruthlessly. But the right thing is that you deal with them officially. There was something I witnessed in a school where I was working before, more than 20 years ago. Yes, somewhere in Port Harcourt there. Our owner that I worked with then, she was a very nice mama, but she has short fuse temper. And when she was angry, she would say some things that whoever she said it to, that person may likely go and hang himself or herself, right? And once you don't meet up you didn't meet up with that expectation, she begin to hold grudge with you. So if you say good morning, ma, she will not answer you. Okay. Those are good things to do because you're showing your displeasure, but it's not the right thing to do officially. So it's cool. So now, when I say school may employ highly qualified teachers, experienced administrators, and, and but yet there will still be low morale. I was giving you a case study of a school that the salary is awesome in that school, and the school has everything, but teachers don't stay there. There's high turnover, there's poor collaboration, there's low morale, and when you change your staff too often, you cannot have a good academic outcome. There are schools that say so that goes back up. That's not how it works. Continuity is very important. Continuity is very important. Also, what's called seamless procedures. Okay, what we did last year, we know it. Let us build on it this year. But if people that did it last year, they have all gone. How people to build on what was pending before the new session or a new term. So most times, so now, if you have a school whereby you cannot retain off for up to 2 terms, you have a problem with your system, leadership system. But if you can retain your teachers for at least 2 terms, I'm glad for you. I want more likes. I want more likes. There are three of us here. I want more likes. Please just click like. Mhm. Like that. Something is missing. That is leadership. Now, next thing I want to discuss about us that no, our topic is what are you leading? You are leading a team or a workforce. Are you leading a team or a workforce? Excuse me. Not getting what I want from this. Like probably maybe I will change to the manual, so that I will be having exactly what I want from the manual. Let me change the manual for a better flow. Now, Um, Sometimes teachers that we employ may be qualified. We also train them. Okay, to train them, spending a lot of money. Now, a teacher that is very qualified, highly qualified, before you employ the teacher, and then you also spend money on training them. You expect them to give the best, and you're still seeing that your school is still having challenges. I'm telling you, if you're spending money on training the teachers, and you don't spend money or time to train the leaders, leaders you don't train, because the way the teachers you train. Maybe you yourself, the school owner, maybe I'm talking to you directly. Maybe you, the school owner, may be the person you employed. I've gone to many schools all over Nigeria that the problem of the school is just the leadership. Okay? Let me also tell you another thing. You've heard of London Business School. You've heard of Lagos Business School. You've heard of Business School Netherlands. You've heard of Rome Business School. You've heard of many of them like that. And when you get there, you're going to see, if you just see you want to do a program there, if you know the amount they will call for you, millions of naira. Sometimes some programs in such business schools, they are up to 25 million naira for 3 months. Some 2.5, 7 million, some 3 million. And aside from the school organization, every other organization, they do something schools don't do, or schools hardly do. Good schools, great schools, they treat their teachers very well, but they see no reason why they should train their, their leaders. I said before, and I'm saying it again, the leaders you don't train, they're the one that will chase away the teachers you're trained. Maybe I'm asking this question tonight. I don't know. Because an untrained leaders, they may be unintentionally frustrating, restricting, or underutilizing the expertise of teachers and non-teachers that are under them. The any leader that is not trained will be doing her best or his best. Any school owner that is not trained in leadership. Those business schools that I told you, that's why you do trainings on leadership, trainings on management, trainings on that. That's also we created from economic consulting. We created a business school so that if you start a school and you're not yet and you're the school owner and you're not yet being trained in leadership, come and register. If you are appointed or employed somebody to head your school, or newly promoted somebody because the person has been very good. This person is very dedicated, and promote the person. Other organizations that I told you before, they will not promote anybody or appoint anybody as the leader until they have sent them to those business schools. And why I think that madly expensive is because they know one sentence rings a bell. Leadership is everything. When you have a great leader, every other thing will work out. That was why Miles Monroe said something years ago. He said that a pack of sheep led by a lion would win a pack of lion led by a sheep. I'll say it one more time. Miles Monroe said that a pack of sheep led by a lion will put to flight a pack of lions led by a sheep. Why? Because that is everything. So I just want to plead with you. Find time to train your staff. Okay? Yes, so find time to train your leaders. Because they may be ignorantly and innocently and also unintentionally be doing good things or things that seems good to them. Whereas the right thing that is supposed to do can only be got or gotten, like this, correct? Through trainings, leadership trainings. Okay. So now there's a paradigm from me that I came up with in 2019. What do you call it? Those leaders, school leaders, either you as a school leader or school leaders that you appointed or employed, if you don't train them, don't blame them. All right? So that's the thing. I came up with that one in 2014. And the consequences of not training your leadership, not developing them, can be very, very heavy. Okay. So I will jump quickly to, and why am I saying this one? Because no leader can transform a workforce unless you train, only that is trained. And no school can go forward or go further unless the workforce within it becomes a team. Let me give you a case study that all of us are familiar with. Now, um, let's look at a club. Football club. The first football club, every player is primarily interested in scoring a goal personally. Defenders abandon their positions because they also want to score. Midfielders refuse to pass ball because they want the glory. Everyone is talented and hardworking, but individual ambition dominates collective purpose. Second club, second the football club, every player understands the shared goal, the shared objective. Or the goalkeeper protects the goal, ball, defenders defend, midfielders create opportunities, strikers convert opportunities into goals through the net. Everyone contributes differently, but they work towards the same result. The success of the football club. But the first one, everyone may be talented and hardworking, but individual ambition dominates. That's why when Nigeria Football Association (NFA) will call in different professionals from all over the world, and including the home-based ones, what do? They put them in a camp to synergize talents. You're going to train them. You're going to make them to rehearse. You're going to make them to practice, and also give them different talks on working together in harmony to achieve the common or corporate organizational goals. So the first football club is not a team. It is the second one that is a team because everybody is working together for a common goal. Everybody had been cancelled, had been grilled, had been trained. The same thing applies to a school environment. You need to pass your goal. There are schools here that not many of our teachers even know what our vision statements mean. You have a beautiful vision statement hanging right there in front of the office. Beautiful one, I'd say beautiful one. But surprisingly, they don't know what it means. Okay. So every now and then you need to be revising and revise. You need to be revisiting, not revising, revisiting your vision statements so that people will understand the dream of the school. Right now, the first football team that I've thought of before is just a collection of players, while the second one is a team. So a football club is not necessarily a football team. Okay. The same way, a workforce of staff, teaching staff, not just staff, necessarily, not necessarily what a team. And funny enough, team is only teamwork that makes the dream work. Your dream as a school is the same thing as your statement of vision or vision statements. What do you have in mind to achieve when you're starting your school? Same thing also goes to the head of schools, heads of school, the heads of schools. So now, teamwork can only exist when teachers, administrators, and support staff understand their individual responsibilities and then they contribute together to achieve the vision. Now, I'll be telling us now differences between, let's know whether you have a team or you have uh, a workforce. What are you leading? You are leading a workforce or you are leading a team. Let's check it out. You are leading a workforce. This will tell you which one you lead. And don't forget, if what you are leading is a workforce, then get it very well. Teamwork makes the dream work. Workforce does not make the dream work. After this session, you need to go back as principal, as head teacher, administrator, school manager, heads of section, heads of departments, and also supervisors, team leads. I need to go back and work on my work, on my so that I can transit them to become a team. A workforce compared to a team. A workforce mainly a workforce works mainly towards individual achievement, while a team works towards shared organizational achievement. I've said that one before. Everybody is working towards one goal. Okay. The vision, the ambition, the expectation of the principal is the same as for the teachers. Of the school owner is the same for the principal. Of the heads of the department is the same for the members of the department. That's when you can achieve your goal. If everybody is just saying to your tent, oh, Israel, it's a big problem. A workforce members will focus on this is my job, this is my class. Members focus on our goal. Let me drive that one a point home in that one. Let's say a school is suffering from a menace, bully menace, or children who don't. Then they are worse, and it's not like okay, we don't want bully again in this school. But a teacher of grade 4 or a teacher of SS2 sees a child bullying another child, and that child bullying another child is not from SS2, it's not from grade 4. So the teacher of grade 4 or that child of SS2 just walk by them and walks away. Say that child is not my, it's not my class. You know what's going to happen. The six children should be dressing well. No child should be flying the top. Secondary school, upper secondary school. But you don't have much issue with the lower primary school and nursery. It's upper primary and also secondary school issues that you should always have. And then the teacher will just say, maybe I'm not the principal. I'm not the head teacher. If I see a child is flying his shirt, the child is not dressing well, I beg, please, I cannot come and go and kill myself. So you stick to your job. So at the end of the day, the school children become unruly. Number next, a workforce, not a workforce, people may work alongside one another, but in a team, people that really work with one another. Under a workforce, information may remain within rules or department. What I know that will make me to develop to perform better, I will not share it with others. Information is being heard. At the end of the day, some people will make mistakes, or some people don't meet, we fall short of positions, and then somebody somewhere is happy that somebody somewhere is being punished. Somebody somewhere did not do well. And anytime somebody somewhere is not doing well, it is like a weak link in a chain. It's going to cause problem. But what you're using that chain to hold, you know, cannot hold. One of the power of team of creating a team is I'll show us how to create a team very soon. It has steps. Whenever you don't have a team, you cannot meet up with your vision statement. You cannot meet up with your aspiration. You cannot meet up with your set goals. Oh, we want that at the end of this session, our first SS3 students, first set, we want all of them, 40 of them to have A's. The one that's going to fail among them will have but that child will have 6 A's and only 2 B's. And everybody is working, and somebody somewhere is not meeting up because he feels he feels intimidated, he feels not being no, not being let me say not being like in quotes. That's a weak link. At the end of the day, the children will not do well. That aim, that goal will not be achieved. So you're wondering why you set some goals, you raise some expectations, and then they're not ready because your staff are still, or workforce are not the team. So under a workforce, members tend to protect their own territory. The head of nursery, they don't want to care if the head of primary is doing well or not. The head of primary doesn't care whether the head of secondary is doing well or not. Okay, everybody. So there's something what you call SPI or SSPI, School Standard Performance Index. It tells you the health of your school academically. There's a way to calculate SSPI, School Standard Performance Index. Some schools don't know that they are academically terribly unhealthy. By the time you find your SPI, that you're not healthy at all. And it's because some sections of the school they want to be seen as people who are the only one that are best. And when a school SPI falls or is not encouraging, people cannot come there. Parents want to pay for what they can see. Somebody says, if you can't see the difference, why paying the difference? See if what uh, parents are seeing in your school, you can see it in another school. They withdraw their children every third term. But if you work as a team, somebody brings an idea or some suggestions that can make the school become super and different from other schools, so that parents can pay the difference. And everybody run with it. Somebody say if you want to go fast, go alone. Don't be a team, be a workforce. Everybody on it, do your own. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people, right? So under one the workforce, programs are often regarded as someone else's responsibility, not my own. But programs under the team our challenge to solve. Let me also drive that one, something that point home. Children who are underperforming in some classes, we leave them to be the responsibility of the class teacher or subject teacher. Instead of us to sit down and form a committee or the whole school will sit down, okay, let us see each class's result. Thank God that this is the end of session. And then let us now see children that are not doing well. Let the teacher tell us what the child is facing as a challenge, and let all of us put heads together. There was this year that I was the school director, the director study of his school, and this lady handling, I think it was true then, young lady, any class, that lady's class was never noisy. Children, smiling, yet quiet, highly attentive. Then anytime that lady would lead the assembly, the assembly will be so well controlled that you think, where are these toxic children? And you never see a cane in her hand. You know, she doesn't look. She didn't look like she's not ugly. She's very beautiful. That it is, people who are not too beautiful that children may say, "Let me fear her so that she will not be a witch who will come and swallow me up at night." This is a pretty lady. It's very easy for children to be behaved before. So, I like that aunt. She's very fine. That kind of thing. So one day I called. I said, "Come." Staff down. Abigail, train all of us. How what is your magic of classroom control? Classroom control. Train all of us. Try to deliver it. You get it now. So that is a challenge that becomes everybody's was challenge to solve. Within the workforce, there will be a lot of competition. But within a team, there will be collaboration. Within a workforce, members wait for instructions because the leader is not even somebody who has a team spirit to start with. There are this school these school leaders. I don't know whatever category, owners or heads or whatever. The way they distance themselves, hmm, the level they are is always close to the throne of God. Of course, I know that in management, you don't relate with people who are two levels below you. But that doesn't mean that you should be unapproachable. There's what they call N, letter N, N as a noble, N plus one. Like the head of department is an N plus one to the teacher, while the vice principal is an N plus one to the head of department, while the principal is N plus one to the vice principal. Whereas the principal is N plus two to the HOD and N plus three to teachers because there are vice principal at a level, followed down by the head of department, followed down by teacher. However, under the principle of three Fs, you must be friendly, no matter how high you are. You must be fair, but you must be friendly. But most of us leaders, not only that firmness, would you come back? You did one face, not only that, no. You'll be missing a lot of things of knowing. While some of us are, we are just simply friendly, we are not friendly. Let me not go to another training, I beg. Okay. So when you as a leader, you are not, you don't form it, you don't have a team spirit in you. That this is us. This is me and you all. Members will wait for instructions. But under a team, when you as a principal or head of department or school owner give people the impression that make them to have what is called ownership mindset. Uh-huh. They won't wait for you. You take initiatives to the best of the school. That reminds me. There are also some school owners that they will, if a principal or head teacher takes an initiative, they will ask you, who sent you? Is this your school? Oh my God. What are you? Is she going to overthrow you? This is your school. It has your name there. Your name is right there. You're the one that has certificate of operation. You're the one that have the CA certificate in your name. To anybody who let the leaders under you take initiatives. Let them take initiatives. If everything has to wait for you, that is not a team. You're on the football field. No player waits for the captain. The instruction has been given. Everybody, this is your post. Deliver, connect, synergize. You not see striker looking back and say, Captain, should I kick this ball? No. Okay, if I want to score, should I kick it from the right? No. He takes any angle that you want to take, and then he puts it there. So if you are always afraid of your subordinate people under you taking initiatives, I beg, you can't be healthy to start with because if you're carrying too much loads on your head, you may not be healthy. You may always be having stress over stress and probably maybe high blood pressure. You like to enjoy the money you're making. People who are, if you employ a principal or a head teacher as a school owner, and you don't allow them to take initiatives, ah, you are killing yourself gradually. And you are doing that just because you are not trained. You don't understand management. You think it is good for you not to allow anybody to take initiatives. But no, what is good may not be right. What is right is that imagine they will say, allow your subordinate. There are even people that are crying and begging their subordinate, please now take initiatives, come up with innovate, come up with ideas. And because of the experience those people are coming with from 3 or 4 schools that worked before, they will you won't see anybody responding. No, you are the one, the principal, the head teacher, the school owner, that will make them to let down their guards and know that this is a different school compared to the schools I worked before, whereby taking initiatives is a crime. It's like I say, this woman or this man, she love, because if people all the time don't take initiatives, forget about it. Two things: when you are old, and God forbid, if you are indisposed, maybe not feeling fine, that school will run down. That's why it's like most schools, as soon as the owners grow old, the school goes away. If the owners dies, the school dies gradually. If the own because you have not allowed them. It is when you allow them to take initiative, that's when they will begin to have what is called ownership mindset. When their voice matters, you get angry because somebody took initiative before you come back. Come on, in a team, everybody gets sense. Everybody has a functional brain. Let them use it. When they use it, you when they release it, you use it, and then commend them or reward them for it. I always refer to one place I'd worked before. It's called Michelin Nigeria. Michelin management system is one of the best in the world. I spent some time there. I also got trained there. There's a training from France, 3 months training. Okay, it transformed me. You get it now. Initially, if you take initiative, you be rewarded at the end, and that initiative is being used. You be rewarded at the end of the year. That's why in every department you're going to see a box there. They call it a progress something, progress. What do you call it? Sir? Progress idea, progress something. Sir. It means that when you have an idea that can progress the work or progress the company, write it down, put your name there, submit it. And once you submit it now, some people will bring it out and go and work on it and test it. If it works, Michelin will share with you the profit for it. They will share with you the profit for the year. Even if you're a cleaner. A case study there was a cleaner that had been Michelin for more than 20 years then. And then Michelin tire was crisscross. Do you know when you burn a tire, the wire that comes of it after burning, those of us are from local area now, and we burn, even in the village when you are doing Christmas party, there are some people that are going to burn tires. Okay, when you finish burning a tire, there will be some wires that you see inside, metal wires inside of it. So initially, the architecture of Michelin tire wire, that wire is meant to be like kind of the kind of iron rod they put inside concrete. It's meant to form the skeleton of the tire. Every tire has a skeleton. When you see outside is the flesh covering the skeleton. So when they are trying to do it, they make it to be crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. I realized that over the year, the tire was very good, but it has one problem. The day it will burst. It will burst in the middle like this. And by the time they look at it now, the wires will be clank, 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 like this. And they don't always last as far as long as it's big time. Because when you finished uh, making a tire, they'll carry it for scanning and for but they treat it a tire like a human being. They're going to X-ray it to see how the wires that form the skeleton are alive. They're also going to scan it to see if it has a mump or a boil inside that is not showing outside. So like that. So that guy, all the engineers are looking for the way to eliminate or to change that thing, that knowledge cost, and they're already losing markets until the cleaner wrote it down. drop it inside progress idea box. Say, let us stop making our entire skeleton crisscross. Let's make it radial. So just like radius inside a circle, not crisscrossing each other. So they try that idea, run it for about 6 months, and they realized that the tires were more durable than others. Run it for a year. There are some vehicles that they put those tires in. They still continue with their crisscross, and now they are not doing some pilot production of the mass idea. After about 3 years, no tire bust, no tire bust. They called the man at the end of the 4 years because they have tested it. It is the best, and gave the man a percentage of their profit for 4 years. You see that? Now you know that everyone that has seen that know that Michelin is my own. Each worker is not seeing Michelin as my own, my own. I always say something that if your teachers or your nursing staff are yet to call your school using the word my school, where are you going to? I'm going to my school. Whereas it's a teacher in your school. Whereas it's the principal of your school. Whereas it's the person in your school. But if you say, I'm going to the school, then you need to teach about them. Now, making their voice counts is it is what you see in a team leadership. Now, in the workforce, a typical leader, I've told you who a leader could be, does what? He will seriously depend on threats to get things done. If you don't, I will. If you come late, I will cut off your fingers. From now henceforth, everybody that will be submitting lesson plans, submit lesson plan on Thursday. Anyone who delays in anyone who delays in submitting lesson plan on Thursday will have half a salary. Must you add that one to it? If you're a team, you won't need to do that. But if you're already used to every instruction backed up by a threat, please, you're not being a team, you're being a workforce. Workforce. You don't have to. Leadership is influence, not coercion. That's what I'm saying that you may unconsciously, innocently be doing it your own way. And there's no leader anywhere that will rule the organization the way you rule his life or our life. It work. It don't work. You can never rule where you an organization with the way you rule your own life or the way you rule your family. I always say it in all my leadership training. And if you use your common sense, you will not say common sense is not common. You have to go for a training. If you don't want to come for our training, go to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, I'm the owner of this school, or I'm the principal of this school, I'm the editor of this school. I might just be appointed as the HOD. Train me in leadership. To train you. Thank God for AI. Then you need to be trained. So in a workforce, mistakes lead to blame. And then somebody's trying to defend himself. But in a team, mistake becomes opportunities for learning and improvement. It is inside the workforce you see politics everywhere because somebody somewhere is trying to outshine others. But if it's a team, if you don't score a goal, but you are the midfielders that pass the ball, your team has scored. You don't have to be the scorer. It's the workforce, you say, I've done my part. You have a party to do, and then say, okay, everybody, let's go and arrange your hall. And somebody just carries 60 and say, I've done my part too. Other people should go and carry their own too. No, it won't happen like that if everybody knows. If somebody will not say, let me go and dodge. Somebody will just carry only six. Everybody will be working together and they'll be happy. In the olden days, the Yoruba people, the culture has had something called Aro and Owe. Aro and Owe. Owe means that somebody had a very large hectares of farm, which himself and his 5 wives and 17 children would not be able to finish. If they began to read it before they get to the end of the thing, the part initially we did will have become covered with weed again. So what did they do in those days? They will go to other families that are large like that, get about 5 or 7 families that are large like themselves, come together and say, okay, all of us, let us, all you families, all you families, human families, sorry, all of us become about 90 human beings. Let us attack this, my family, and we together. Within 4 days, they're done. Then the other family too say it's our turn too. So everybody else will go. I did. They'll be singing, they'll be singing as they are working, they'll be everything. And at the end of the day, less work for everybody and more productivity for everybody. That is teamwork. So when you're hearing about my part, it's because the leader has not succeeded in transiting her workforce, his workforce, to become a team. And I said before, transiting. It What I was telling you about the football clubs, the technical manager, the coach will always give them moral talks. In this case, moral talks means trainings. And also indeed, truly, moral talks also from you as well. But if you yourself, the leader, don't have a team spirit, now I am the HOD science. Everybody is now under my command. I will show them. Alaye, you suffer for it. Because they'll be undermining your efforts. I end up changing stuff, which will even be worse for you, for productivity. In a typical workforce environment, the owner of the school or the principal or the head teacher, when they call for a meeting, it just they communicate instructions, no deliberation. That is not a meeting. That is called a briefing. A meeting is that there's an agenda for everybody, and it should be discussed, negotiated, and also deliberated. A meeting is meant to solve problems, coordinate actions, and review progress, not a place you go and say, good morning, everybody. The commonest way that I observe is that the owner of the school or the head of school or the principal or administrator or school manager, you praise or she will praise, he or she will praise the staff for just 30 seconds. The remaining 3 hours is blame upon blame, complaint upon complaint, this and that. No, come on. If there are things that are not working out well, raise that issue and say, please, my my team, how do we go about this? Yes, and yes, there are about 4 ways to address a matter. A leader can use 4 styles to address a matter. A leader can be autocratic, can use autocratic style. Say, in this case, I don't need anybody's idea because this thing requires an urgent something. Just take an action or give an order. And you do that anyways if you have all the knowledge and expertise needed. That's called autocratic style, autocratic approach. I know. Another approach is called democratic approach. My people, when we come, let us see what's happening. How do we go about this? Let us. How do we, WE, go about this? Then that's leadership style, leadership approach. The democratic leadership approach is called demagogic, meaning that you look, oh, you can't see any way out of that problem because this is not clear to you at all. But among your staff, because among your staff, there are people who know more than you. They are under you, but they know more than you. You have seen from experience. That is why I don't want to like leaders allowing somebody to do more than them. Go for trainings, different kind of trainings. You should be on top of the game, not your subordinate. But in case it happens, because we can't know everything, nobody's a equivalent of all knowledge, and you find yourself in a position whereby you don't know what how to do about this matter. Hey, hey, you have to become demagogue, meaning people wait on talk. How na want do How do you want to? Not how do we? How do we is democratic. How do you? What do you want us to do? How do you want us to do it? That is demagogic. And the last one is called the safer approach. Your staff have been trained, they have been briefed, they have moral talks, you have encouraged them, you have built in them a team spirit. Aha! Without you, they can do many things. At that point in time, your life will become better. Why? Because you don't need to worry yourself anymore. They can do it without you. Your own is to give the instruction, their own is to carry it out. And then when you give it to them and they're carrying it out, you then go not every time, once in a while. Let me see if they are doing it the way we agreed or the way specified. Yes, those four approaches are there. But why how come that if you stick to only one approach, you can't raise a team. You're raising a workforce. Okay? So these are some of the ways to differentiate team and a work. If thus far what I said makes sense to you, please, I want you to, yes, uh, I want you to drop one, just give me emojis or give me thumbs up, thumbs up. You can see the love sign there. Either you tap love sign or that smile, click on smiley and drop smiley. Let me see that you're following me thus far. You're following me thus far. I'm waiting for the smiley. I'm waiting for the likes. I'm waiting for it. Okay. I'm waiting for it. I've not seen anyone. Now, okay, I've seen only one. Okay. Um, I've I've not seen you people liking the subscribing to this channel. Oh. I've not seen the channel's subscriber. I'm seeing a love sign now flying. That's a beautiful one. So we have subscribers 803. Please click as you're sending me the smiley or sending the likes. Remember to also come to the subscribe button and hit the subscribe button. Okay, hit the subscribe button there. You're going to see it under the video. Okay, so click subscribe. Yeah, like that. You have to see people who are subscribing. Okay, good. Now, thank you very much. Should be there. Okay, other people that are sending the likes, thank you also. Then, thank you. I'm seeing more. Now, I want us to also do something. What have you? I saw Doris Autumn. Autumn. She puts that paradigm. And also, Andy Fabi. Mama, how you think? So she also put there. So whatever you two can comment, what is that thing you got already before we round off? Okay, put it there for me. Type it there for me. One thing you've learned tonight. Okay. Don't forget that you can always come back here and watch this video. It's the same link. Same link. And watch this video. Okay. Now, to finish differentiating between what do you call it? Between workforce and a workforce and a team. Complex. Okay, so okay, um, in a workforce, I think I've said before, everybody relies and depends on you. Nobody can do anything without them. I always say something. If it's only when you are around that people can perform, you are just employ zombies, and you made them zombies. And there's no zombie that is human or that behaves like human. That can be a team with somebody who's not a zombie. You are the only person who gets sense in that place. You're not having a team. You're having a workforce. I know my teacher, they don't have ideas. Push matters to them. They'll give you ideas. Why the teachers are not responding to ideas is because the experience they had, where they're coming from, are the experience of a workforce. You need to give them reorientate their mindset. If not, and the whole load is going to be on you. Then uh within a workforce, your school simply have as employee. That's employees. The school just it has employees. But if your school, if you make it to become a team, what you have is partners in performance or partners in progress. Yes, there must be a line drawn between the superior and subordinate. Okay, that's why that one is the principle of 3 years. It's for our trainees anyways. Okay, maybe when time comes, we'll bring it out. You pay for it anyway. You pay. You pay. So, which one does your school have? Workforce mentality or team mentality? Now, from these descriptions that I've given, which one do you lead? Which one are you leading? How is your organization like? Teamwork? Thank you very much, Clemoge. Workforce is focused on my job, while the teamwork focuses on our goal. So, others, what have you got? I see you telling something. Thank you very much for that. But also drop what you have learned. Let's quickly go to how do you build a team? If you'd like to know how a workforce becomes become how a workforce becomes a team. This is speaking me these days. So if you want, thank you very much, Ronke Koda. If you want, if you want me to continue to show you how you can transform a workforce to a team, say proceed. Type for me proceed. Or just say I want to know. I want to know. Don't build a team with threats. It is about influence. Very correct. So before we go to how does a workforce become a team? Just tell me, okay, I learned that as a team, we develop partners in beautiful performance rather than what having employees who are self-centered. I love that. Thank you, head of primary, Imperial Legacy. Yes. So I want to know. Let me see that one talking. I want to know. I want to know. Yes. I want to go to the next topic now. And that's where I'm going to run it off because it's already, I don't want us to close 10 p.m. today. I want us to close earlier. Anybody, leadership is influence, not coercion. Thank you, Moge. Proceed. Where is author? Who again is talking to me there? Progress. Epuloma Kolapo. I hope that is not Madam Kolapo of, I know. I learned that we as leaders should build team and not just work for the workers. Thank you. So now I've seen some people say you need to proceed. I'm going to proceed now. Okay, yeah. There was a man called Bruce Tuckman. Bruce Tuckman. Well, tell us what he said or what what he proposed. And sitting your workforce to become a team is not an overnight job. Oh. It's progressive. It's level by level, and it is gradually. But if you start, you don't start with that. So according to Bruce Tuckman, he proposed a model of team building, of team development, meaning translating, changing, converting a workforce to a team. And that was 1965. Okay. It was years old, 1965, yes. So, and guess my age now. I was on the latter mood. Then I was not born. Oh. So it is in stages. Stages. One cannot happen until the other one has happened. It's a flow. The first level of team formation, team building, call it team formation, team building, or team development, is called forming. Forming. The team is forming. When the team has been formed, next stage will appear. The team you begin to experience storming. There will be storm. And then when they overcome the storming stage, then they go to norming. The norming is when things begin to normalize and production begin to boost. People are seeing results. And then the real last one is performing. Then performance begin to show. I will run through this one because of our time. Now we have the fifth stage, a journey. That one was later been added by Mary Ann Jensen. Okay. And it is the experience that made her to add a journey to it. But the four stages that one happen after the child one has happened, we have subsequent ones after the child one has happened. Is they're just four: for storming, numbing, and performing. So you need to list for me the four stages before I'll break them down to pieces. The four stages of team building, the four stages of transiting of workforce to a team. So list for me the four stages. Thank you, Abdul Jalil Ismail. Thank you, Kende Olowo Lofela. Thank you, Jonathan Kende. Thank you, Unoma Chim, Chima Ellen Joka. Thank you, Stephen and JME. Thank you, Ahmed Kudus. Yeah, I can see your comments there. Yes, the team has ownership mindset, unlike a workforce that is a Zan team. Okay? Now, the four stages proposed by Bruce Tucker, Bruce Tuckman, sorry, Bruce Tuckman, list them for us. List them, the four stages. That's on the screen. On the screen. Now, let's not go to them one by one. I'll be running through them new. I won't be able to finish them. I want to finish them. I won't be able to go to the, going to get it anyway. The forming stage, that is the stage where people started to come together, maybe through employment. Okay, you employ this, you employ that. Those people are just coming in as employees, okay, either teaching or non teaching staff, but they're coming in, they are forming a workforce, they are forming a staff with themselves and with you, the leader. Okay, but the thing is that as they are forming, as they are forming, they're just forming, come together, they're trying to form. They have not yet developed relationship. There's no structure and there's no confidence. Now, the problem with that one is that everyone, everyone is coming with different mindset, different orientation, different exposure, different ideas, different mindset, different background, different exposure. People that are just totally unlike. Now, at that point, everybody will be observing one another. Even observe people that are a bit on ground. Even some people that are they just employ us together. And they're trying to understand as they are gauging themselves, checking themselves out, observing one another. They're also trying to look at you, the leader, because you're also part of the workforce anyway. Huh? What does my superior want? Supervisor, head teacher, principal, head of school. They're waiting for you. Okay? Now, in their minds, there will be questions about running that, okay, what does am I supposed to do? Listen very well. Who reports to who? What kind of leader is this? What are the rules here? How much freedom do I have? How much freedom do I have? Can I trust these people? That is why you need to answer some of these questions when people are being recruited to your staff. Give them role expectations and job descriptions. Give to them. They say, maybe you are a graduate. You should use your common sense. People of God, common sense is not common. All right. After all, me talking to you now. It's a common sense for everybody who is educated to be able to operate a cable TV. I don't know how to operate a cable TV till tomorrow. I don't know. Another simple thing I don't know how to operate is washing machine. I don't know. With all the indicators that are there, I don't know. But try me in any other IT ICT. You will find me there. Chim, chim, chim. Solid. But those small things, those common sense things, I didn't. So now, who reports to whom? Give them your organogram. Do you even have an organogram? You don't have. Shame. Sorry, it's not shame. Sorry, I'm just joking. Go and prepare one. How will you form a team if nobody knows the captain? Nobody knows the midfielders. Nobody knows the team manager. Nobody knows the technical advisor. Come on. You need to have, well, don't be like that school somewhere, I don't want to call the name, that that it is the um was this cleaner that stayed with the head of school for 22 years. She's the one that is ruling the school, not the head of school, not the principal. She carries weight. Anything, if madam is not around, she takes over. And this what takes over. Somebody who's not educated, somebody who does and a very experienced cleaner. She's the next to madam. So if that is how your school is, that lady or that man, that your driver that you is the one dishing out order to people who are graduates, people who who are supposed to be above him. How will you have an organogram? How? How? That's why I told you that you don't rule your organization the way you rule your house. That place is called an organized setting, not a home setting. I won't tell you my own. No. So, what are the rules? Rules give them staff manual. That one we tell them how much freedom do I have. As for the issue of trust, excuse me, nobody deserves your trust 100%. No matter how for how long they have proved themselves trustworthy. Don't give a room for heartbreak or high blood pressure or hypertension. No matter how much anybody has proved themselves trustworthy, don't ever trust anybody 100%. It is not. Trust them 90%, but keep back 10% in case you have some doubt about something they're about to do. So that you'll be like that man, that vice principal in Port Harcourt that went away with the whole money of all the students that paid for WAEC. That year, the Badan was in trouble. Oh. Guy was too trusted that the man kept the money in his hand and he was the one collecting the WAEC money. The WAEC money. And mother was not double checking, cross checking. I know that guy. I know that guy. When I was about to be written, the guy disappeared. Oh, WAEC money. Few, I think about a month thereabout, but like, I can't remember very well. So they're not able to pay for the WAEC. Children's WAEC. It was a big problem. Okay, so now, um, so that is forming. Forming means when people are coming in newly into your workforce and they are trying to feel one another, trying to look at the ground, trying to monitor, they are trying to understand everybody's behavior. That point in time, everybody respects themselves. Okay, they respect others very well. All right, don't worry. So now, that's time. That's the time you need to, if you can give those things I said, share the vision, share the mission and core values. When I say share, discuss it with them. Just don't because people can memorize something. If they just memorize something, according to Bloom's taxonomy, they can just remember it. That is the lowest form of learning. And they just they memorize it, they know, they can recall. Take them to the higher level of Bloom's taxonomy. Discuss with let them discuss together with you at the point of forming. Let them understand what your school represents, what leadership is like here, and what is expected of them. That's why I say give them role, role expectation or whatever, role, job description. and then give them a training, and then let them know how you operate. Let them know the kind of leader you are. To be serious. That way, they are not seeing this is what the school expects for me. This is what the school stands for. So anybody you just employ, give them that all those stuff I just mentioned now to make them to look at somebody else and say, oh, this person is not doing what the school expects. I am doing it. Mm, don't worry, I will not come down to this one level. At that point in time, everybody was afraid of one another. At a point of forming, they don't want to report one another. By the time you give them orientation, sometimes people even behave that way because they thought it's the best thing to do. But if you equip them, if you give them a very good orientation, that one after some time during now, watch you. So let them understand the school vision and core values. Let them understand as the point of coming in, forming your objectives, the structure of your organization through organogram. Let them understand reporting relationship. Who do I report to? What should I report? How should I report? If I report, will I be in trouble? If I report somebody who is not meeting up with the school, with the respect they give to us, will I be sold out by my superior? Will my name be mentioned? This is the person that reported you. Okay? So all those things, all right? Organogram is very important. So please go and the organogram to help. Now, at the time everybody now understands what's happening, especially in terms of performance. By the time some people now begin to follow, to carry out job and whatever, I don't want to put it again. Everybody just doing what they should do to make the work work. And some are not doing it. Storm will soon start. By the time people stop being because at the forming stage, people become complacent. There's something they will not say anything. They will see what is adjust, not adjust it. They will correct their partner, they will correct their peers, they will correct their colleagues. Just say, I don't want anybody to say, "Na me do more, na me talk more." Everybody just avoiding each other. But by the time some people now step up, say, no, this school must work. We must achieve our aims. Our targets must be met. We must do what is right. By the time people are doing that one, storms have begun. Why? Those who are not meeting up, who are not doing, will become to envy those who are doing. By the time also somebody says, okay, I'm going to report somebody who is not meeting up, and begins to report, storm will start. Now, I said before that leadership is everything. At the point of storming stage, where the people are trying to do what is right, how do you handle the storming stage? Depends on you, the leader, never depending on your workforce. Do you know one thing? Some schools remains at the storming stage for more than 10 years, 15 years, 30 years. Because the leader is not trained on crisis management. Crisis management is attached to team building. You need to go and learn crisis management strategies. You don't know where to learn, please approach us. We'll have a training on that. So at this point, when there is storm, there will be crisis. That is why there is a training called crisis management. How to manage crisis. Many things may cause conflict. Responsibilities, some people is meeting up, workload disparity may be there. Authority, communication, resources, even distributed, not even distributed, recognition, leadership, everything it can cause conflict. But when you don't properly manage the conflict, the storm rolls on, the storm rages on. So storming stage continues and remains. Any organization, any school that there are factions here and there, divisions here and there, favorites here and there, favoritism here and there. Now, if you as a leader, if you have favorites and then you are biased toward people who are not your favorites, like me, the storm will continue. Okay? So you need to properly mind the problem very well. This is where leadership intervenes, this is where leadership learn, this is where leadership go for. That's why you need to go for our training. One of the things that can help during storming is what I said before: communication. Communication. What is happening? Why people always having often problems all the time? Come, sit down. You come, sit down. You see, because that one is my younger sister. Uh, what's wrong with you, Mrs. Abili? What's wrong with you? Why are you always fighting this innocent girl? Because innocent girl is just your younger sister. Huh? Or she's the best dressed, or she's the best dressed. No, no. Communication means that you get an information, you act on it, and then you ask for what people are to say about it, feedback. But if you don't do that one, you are not a good crisis manager. There will be problem. Communication, communication, communication. Because at the storming stage, there will be a lot of problems. I told you before. Developmental rivalry, gossip, and faction. I think I said before. Many of them mistrust, blame, culture, and persistent staff turnover. Storms, storms, storms. So the first one I can make storm to the storm goes away. When it goes away, the next thing will now appear. So one of the greatest tools is communication. Relate to everybody. What's happening? Now, there's something that I wrote that I'm not sure that okay, I'm not putting it to. Oh my God, it is called School Climate Survey. School Climate Survey of the School Climate. SCS. I it's one of my digest that I wrote somewhere. I supposed to have posted it. I don't know why I didn't post it. Oh my God. School Climate Survey has four people to fill the survey: the teachers, the students, the parents. Teachers, students, parents. Okay, yes, and then non-teachers, four. Parents will feel it, students will feel it, teachers will feel it, non-teachers will feel it. New curriculum have something about how have we fared this term that just ended. That one is a form of communication that will tell you what you have not heard before and show you what you have not seen before. Things happening under your nose, you cannot know. And then how do you manage it? You must manage every issue without compromise, without bias, without favoritism. Favoritism is against you, the leader, not against subordinates. Be fair. And the next tool that can make storming to go away for the next stage to appear is trust. I say you should trust, but not 100% trust. If you give out instruction, believe that the person will carry it out. Then after you believe, look away. Sometimes go back and check. If you ask somebody, this is subordinate, have you done what I asked to do? He said yes. Always say, let me see. I've done it. I said, let me see. Because two things may be happening. It's either he hasn't done it before, or he's doing it, but not in the way you explain it to me. Okay. So if you can properly manage storming stage through trust and communication, through getting feelers, through no bias approach, no favoritism, be for everybody and be for nobody. Ensure that you go into mentoring of them. Anybody who's not doing right, who's not meeting up, mentor them. From mentoring, coach them. If coaching does not work, then send them out for training. Don't train them, don't blame them. Because some people, I told you before that one of the things that can help forming at the forming stage that when they go from farming to something, you need to have put in them some things, nuggets they're supposed to know that will help them at the summit stage. Trainings, orientations, job expectations, job rules, all those things, they need it. Okay. So if you can overcome or ride above or deal with storming, the next stage is numbing. Numbing stage. Time is up. Numbing stage. The numbing stage is the success of storming over. Everything is now normalizing. That is when everybody respects everybody, appreciate one another's strength, respect rules and responsibilities, accept legitimate authority, ask colleagues for support, assistance, and collaboration, share information, provide feedback that are constructive, one another, peers, colleagues, and then you too. Cooperate more naturally, develop stronger commitment to shared goals. Something happens here. Me, myself, and I can see them become what? We, us. We and us. So um, there are schools that till date they are still passing through the storm. Storm is not yet over because they don't understand it's where it's causing might. So when this is normalized, okay, uh, 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 there's a possibility of a team going back to storming stage when a major change occurs, when a new employee employee is employed, or a new leader is appointed or employed. A new policy is set. Then there's a structuring exercise, or there's a project that is demanding. That does not mean that the team has failed. There will always be a reverse back to storming. What you did the first time that made storming to become normal, you do it again. Okay, you do it again. So now when after getting to the normal stage, the next stage is what is a performing stage. That is where consistent operation and functionality can be seen. Productive is very high. Performance of children is very wonderful. The people in the office are working with people in the classroom. Everybody is working as one entity, one unit. Okay. So because people are able to solve problems collaboratively, undertake challenges, generate tasks confidently, they are able to adapt to change, they support one another, they innovate, they make appropriate decisions independently, they share responsibility for results, okay, and maintain focus. Someone doesn't know something, we do somebody who knows, and the person who knows, we help that person who does not know. So what you notice is that leadership is shift from controlling people to enabling performance. Performance school. Uh, Teachers do not wait for management to identify every problem. Teachers notice, staff notice gaps, propose solution, ASAP, and collaborate with others to and take appropriate initiative. Now, these are the four stages that are important. The fifth one is when someone dies, or someone resigns, or someone's appointment is being terminated. That's called a journey. It will affect the state of performance. That is why you should always have plan B for anyone that would leave. A leader that will leave, a teacher that will leave, another teacher that will leave. You always have plan B. Continuous professional development. Okay? Plan B. So that if somebody suddenly shift, someone is what is going in the death to make to to uh I don't know, to not allow the team to fall back to storming again. So that they remain at performing stage. So those are normies. Those are our journeys. Journeys can be committee complete assignment, maybe end of year party committee, or cultural day committee, or whatever committee at all that they are appointed. Okay. So when they have adjourned, meaning they're no longer functional because there are some, because we have different kind of teams. We have teams that are just temporary, like the one I just mentioned now. Or a project ends, a staff member resigns, a key employer is transferred, a leader leaves. So as restructuring, all those things they are there. Don't forget what I said. Forming, when everybody's come together to feel themselves. That time, started themselves. Then when you now give them orientation, training, and so on and so forth, then the storming will start because people are performing, some are falling back. Those who are falling back, they are feeling threatened. So you need to what mediate the issue that was everything works out fine. This from storming, overcome storming, you go to numbing to performing. These are the four major parts of team building. Now, I think I have to stop here. I have to stop. Yeah. Okay. Let me quickly read this one. From workforce to high performing team, what are the things to do? You must connect them to, you must connect people working under you to competency. Sorry, you must connect their competencies to a common purpose. You must establish clarity of purpose and expectations. You must build trust. You must manage conflict well and wisely. You must encourage collaboration. That's why I say pep talk and moral talk comes in for footballers. It comes in also in your workforce too. You must create accountability. Everybody must be accountable to what they do. Okay, you must come and give account of your work. Let's see how far you've gone. So, so you must empower people to contribute their, must empower them and encourage them to contribute their expertise. There's what I call held back expertise or withdrawn expertise. When people don't feel belonging, the good things they know, they will not give it out. They hold it back. And if they have brought it out, it would have maybe one. When I was working in some schools now, I was a one-man ranger. When I drop an idea and the school run with it, or more transformation is what you're going to see. Many schools I worked. That was like one school that I worked in that 24 years ago, 25 years ago. I worked in that school. The school was a big school before I got there. So when I worked in the school and I resigned after 2 terms, not because the place is toxic, it's not because the money I was being paid was not enough for what I was delivering. Then I said, okay, let me look for somewhere. So the lady, the owner of the school, people always beg to work there. So if you beg to enter and she employed you and you resign, bye bye. But when I resigned, she drove down to my house to come and beg me for the first time. She begged somebody. Performance. I worked in a place, in a publishing house. Okay, the publishing house just heard of me, the consultant in education, and I have stuff so I can help them. So they absorbed me. I said, no, I don't put my umbrella. They said, no. I said, come on, that was about 3 years ago. I shall have my umbrella because the money was good. So I was doing what I know in my expertise as a consultant to promote their product. Within six, no, within no, within 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they broke it record of that before. Performance. What was that? If they employ you as a manager, you will spend 6 months probation. They'll give you an official car. They give me an official car 6 weeks after I've been employed. And by the end of my 6 month probation, they gave me a second official car. A month after my probation, they give me a third official car. I have 5 official cars. 5 within less than 1 year. Okay. What's that? That I was being empowered to contribute my expertise. If your subordinates they should respect you, not to be afraid of you. If they're afraid of you, they will have what's called withdrawn expertise or held back expertise. It will be the best interest of your school. So transforming workforce to a team also. Don't forget what I said here. See them here. Build trust, establish clarity, manage conflict very well, encourage collaboration, create accountability, contribute, help them to empower them and encourage them to contribute their expertise, and then Everything rests on you, leadership. You are the one that has power to convert their competence to collective capacity. I will have to stop here. I don't want to close by 10. I've said before. This is the manual. Okay. Finally, a workforce asks, what is my responsibility? A team asks, what are we trying to achieve? A high-performing team goes one step further. What must each of us contribute so that together we achieve what none of us achieve alone? There's a school somewhere in Ebony where the owner of the school, very wise woman, she ensures that teachers in the school train teachers in the school for professional development. And they are doing well there. They're doing very well there. Every now and then, let teachers, I know I've told you before that there was a lady that was superbly good in train others. Let the genuity in one teacher be shared with others. And you see everybody, forget what I said before. To Miles Monroe, leadership is everything. And leadership is influence. Does anybody have a question? We've come to the end of this session. Does anybody have a question? If you have a question, you know that we are on YouTube. There are two ways to ask a question. Not like on Zoom, whereby I would say, let me unmute you so that you can ask your question. There is no unmuting here. All right. There is no unmuting. You can only, yes, producing first the storm. Storming stage centered on, yes, communication and trust. That is the head of primary and critics. Storming stage, eh? Escape from the stage through trust and communication. And also, I had to mention some other things that you can see on the screen. So if you have a question, please drop it now on the chat box on YouTube here. Please don't forget to click subscribe button or under the video. Click subscribe button under the video. So anybody have any question to ask? So drop your question there. Or give us I will, yeah. So I will give us about 3 minutes. Yes, for you to drop your question. I will answer it. 3 minutes only. By 7 minutes to 10, we're out of here. So if I wait to 2 and 53 minutes more, there's no question, we run it off for the day. We have trainings coming on the way. We're training on pedagogy of the business curriculum, whereby we're showing you. I'm saying this one announcement while waiting for questions to drop. I know you're typing it. Pedagogy of the business curriculum, where we'll be tackling pros and cons of teaching and learning of the checkpoint and ITSE. Checkpoint is the syllabus used under the business curriculum, used for primary and lower secondary checkpoints. Well, like GCSE is for the upper secondary. There's what we call the pedagogy of this curriculum. Not many schools know about it. So we show you everything, case stages, how to prepare a lesson plan, how to deliver the lesson, differentiate the lesson, how to use the three pedestals for effective delivery of this curriculum, how do you use blue taxonomy, how do you use the costs of learning, how do you use differentiated assessment, how do you use the Edgar Davis code of experience, how do you use all this one to make your teaching and learning in your school truly British. This is a training we do twice a year. We're doing it for about 10 years now. It's already been very transformative. Schools have participated. They are very happy today, and teachers too. You're a teacher, you want to be known to be a better teacher, register. If a school, you want to be above others, register. Okay? I will share the flyer again. Another training we are doing, that will be early, that will be sometimes second week or second week or third week of September. It will run for some time. That is on school, strategic school leadership. That one be for about, I think about 6 weeks or 7 weeks. So that one too we posted. So if there's no question, because it's already 12 minutes to 10, I draw the curtain on the training for tonight. So if I'm going out, please do something. What do you do? Please show me love. Say smiley, send likes, and then uh, subscribe, subscribe, like, okay, like the video, subscribe to it, like it, and then share these videos to your staff, to your friends on Facebook, on your Facebook wall, on your WhatsApp status, WhatsApp friends, WhatsApp groups. Please share it, right? And thank you so very much for your time tonight, for your participation, your patience, and for input. So, if you want certificates for this trading, certificate, this one is 4,500. If you give a certificate, you'll be given the manual. Of course, you already have a recording. So, thank you very much and God bless you. See you back on the WhatsApp platforms. Thank you.